All right. Well, hopefully we'll be going over the base I'm working on slash maybe completed for the next Red v Blue. If it's done in time, I have some scripting to complete and a lot of testing to do. Hopefully this upcoming Friday I will be testing if people need to join. But this is the base. It's inside of an asteroid-ish, sort of, giving it a little bit of protection on the flanks. And we do have uh, more asteroids over there, and the other base will be copied and pasted over there as well. Um, it's a fairly large map, but I think it's comparable to what we had if you played last week, or yesterday, I should say. So basically this is considered the quote-unquote front of the base. Behind this block is a large projector. Here's the controls for the large projector and the LCD for parts needed, that sort of stuff. Let's go ahead and head in this side door here then. Currently, we only have one mod enabled that's larger light radius. We're just testing it vanilla to make sure that there's no problems. So basically, this is the main hangar deck. This space is empty for any ships you build. You can, shove them in here. Currently, you start with a mining vessel here and a welding slash grinding ship here. So, and over here is just a small cargo container. It gives you access to, any equipment, obviously, pull through the system. You have a medical bay here for respawning air vent. Oh, that's showing up in my HUD. Had troubles finding that. This is just an exit directly out to the asteroid, and that's the projector. These doors here are all controlled by the airlock controls over here. This also controls the second story, which we'll cover in a second, but there's really not much else to this main hangar deck. This is the main staircase. So you can go to the command deck is that way. The upper hangar is this way. We're going to go to the upper hangar. You can also get up to the command deck going that way as well. So here is the upper hangar. It's a little bit smaller. We have a scout ship. This is lightly armed, and I'll be putting in a decent amount of ammo to start out with, but nothing spectacular. This is your small projector. I like putting it on instead of doing like the attachment, the landing gear. I like that since we can pull inventory directly from there for constructing it. You also could actually get your welding grinding ship in through these doors here and weld and grind it that way as well, if that's the way you want. I mainly made that for the large projector. Obviously there's where you control the small projector, and that shows the required parts. These two are mining drones. I got these off the workshop. They work amazingly well. You'll be given the GPS for the main centralized asteroid, but there's a few more that you might find that have some minimal resources. The main one has a lot of resources. So the range on these by default I think is 5,000 meters or kilometers. I'm not sure what the unit is, but so they might not reach the middle asteroid. So you might have to consider relays or use your main mining ship for the large one and use those for any others you might find. So, and again, just hangar controls. You can hit those and open up the certain hangar controls. And the asteroid you're encircled by has some resources, and it's your defense, so you can determine how much you want to shave off of that as well. So, and then just here's parts access. And then let's go to the command deck next, actually. So we'll kind of go back this way, except this time we will go to the command deck. Parts access again. This is the main command deck with your LCDs, damaged blocks. This is all your air vents, low resources list. Right now you don't start out with much at all, so that'll be your low resources. And this is just what you got here, all your resources. Ingots, tools, that sort of thing. You start with some rifles. That's your power, and then your ores. So that's your starting ores right there. This one is just all system control. 1 controls your weapons, 2 is your production and power, and 3 is your airlocks. You can control it all from here. This is a viewing room. Nothing special. It just gives you a view of what's going on out there in case you need to get some sort of visual on what's happening. So that's just an exit out to the deck area. Sure, we can head out that way. So you'll have a defensive system here of a decent amount of turrets and missile turrets, that sort of thing. As you can see, there's the other side of it. There's nothing. This is considered the quote-unquote backside of the base. Nothing terribly special. I should probably turn that off. Distracting. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the outside, the exterior. There's some exposed piping and stuff, so it's a quote-unquote weak point you can target if you're attacking. Alright, next let's go up to the utility room, or the production room. This is, again, just an exit out where you can work on these and do any repairs needed, that sort of stuff. Set up anything, set up more defensive if you want. And this just goes all the way up to the roof, so you can work on that stuff. This is your main production room, which has pretty much all of your important stuff. So basically the programming block and the timer block, those are just for the LCDs, automatic LCDs for output. And then you should have 4 refineries with modules, with attached modules. You should have 4 assemblers. You should have a med bay, gravity, and I think that's about it for the production room. So we can drop down into these main utility. This is the main utility room. There's a large reactor and a large cargo. And we're just going to scoot through here and act like we'll cover this rest of this later. This is actually the second utility room on the other side of the production room. So, and of course we have fly-in access of it. So basically we're back at the programming block. So, but again, that's the command deck and roof, and this is just a rear exit to the base. Nothing special there. So basically, I try to make everything flow out of the command area. There's a med bay there as well. So now that you're in the command, this is the core/utility access. So we ran through this always just a second ago. So this is the core room. Again, the object of the game is to destroy this beacon in here. So there's some turrets and a massive beacon here. So keep that beacon alive. And we'll have to do some balance testing and all that. And basically this is just a cube with that beacon inside and some routing for piping. So the utility rooms are on either side that we covered already. And then a rear exit to the base. So that's pretty much it. Base is a little bit more maze-like than I had hoped for, unfortunately. But once you get used to it, I think it's fairly simple. Basically, everything can flow out of the control room fairly quickly. So right now, I'm just going to go all the way down to the lower deck, right from the control room, and then I can go to the upper deck that way. If we're back in the main deck, the main lower deck. So, all right, that's about it.